of it. But let's concentrate on the reasons for this pride. Now, many Nigerians used to tease me when I was growing up as a Ghanaian Mancunian in the north of England. They would say, look at your small, small country. At the time, I think Ghana didn't even number 20 million, and Nigeria was already over 100 million. So they were beating their breasts, making a lot of noise about it, talking constantly about their oil wealth. Is that what people are really proud about, the number of people, the population being so huge and being an OPEC country? Is that what Nigerians are so proud about?
No, I don't think that is the only reason why Nigeria is proud. I think the truth of the matter is, as you rightly mentioned, Nigeria is a country that is blessed with abundant natural resources, and some of them are even yet to be untapped. Now, the fact of the matter is as well, yes, we are, without any doubt, the largest black nation in the world, and for that reason, I presume many other African countries or many other countries that have black people as citizens look forward and onto Nigeria being the leader, being the largest, in trying to change situation, change whatever that we think is we're facing. Many black people, surely enough, they look onto Nigeria to see what are they doing.
Well, that's a question I want to put to Ayo Johnson, because, of course, you're not a Nigerian. You're from Sierra Leone, another smaller country. But you analyse what Africans say and do about a whole range of things, including maybe their attitude towards Nigeria. Do Sierra Leoneans, do other Africans look to Nigeria for leadership, or do they look to other countries, maybe like Ghana or South Africa, for example?
Well, Nigeria clearly are recognised around the entire Africa as a powerhouse. They've done extremely well. Over the many, many years, they've shown that they can actually command wealth. They've shown that they can export their own people, go to different parts of the world and actually do exceptionally well. They've been tinged with a lot of issues surrounding corruption, but if we're to be mindful, Nigeria have a lot to be proud of. I think the problem is that Nigerians don't even realize how much pride the rest of the African continent have for them.
Really? Is this true?
It is true.
When do you ever hear other Africans saying, oh, I'm really proud of Nigeria? When do you hear that?
If you take it onto the sports arena, where Nigeria has dominated football for protracted period of time, Africans across the continent supported Nigeria irrespective. That's just to show that they do respect them. And besides...
But when Cameroon were dominating, then every African supported Cameroon, or when Ghana, you
know? But if we've seen in other areas where we've had wars and instability in other parts of Africa, Nigeria's always been the one to put their hand up to actually go there and try and address some of the problems. So clearly they've been seen as someone that can actually go out and actually do something concrete. But I think one thing that Nigerians should be proud of is the fact that their economy has worked. Lately, it's been growing quite rapidly. Interest rates, for example, have been reduced. Inflation is actually down to about 5% currently, going up slowly to about 11% over the last many months. But they've done exceptionally well from that perspective. They've got new laws that they've brought in to revitalize the economy. They've got procurement bills. They've got investment bills, attracting investment from other parts of the world.
Are you sure you're not a Nigerian in covertly?
No, but I think what I think Nigerians, the rest of Africa should be aware of this, is the fact that there's something called the Paris Club. Yes. The Paris Club are a group of 19 industrialized countries, richest countries in the world, and they actually fund this club. And Nigeria, I'm afraid, was one of many countries that were at their whim, paying huge amount of money repeatedly year on year for debts that they owed. And Nigeria's been one of these countries that actually paid off billions of dollars to cancel that debt. So they're not, I mean, they're very much like a loan shark organization. For Nigeria to have freed itself, it says that they're thinking above and beyond today.
So plenty of reasons to be proud, even arrogant maybe, because the reputation of some Nigerians is to be very, very pompous and arrogant. Would you agree with that, Alice?
Yes, with a reason.
Nigerians are pompous and arrogant.
With a reason. With a reason. You see, you know where you stand. Yeah. So if I'm saying, look, I'm the best here, and I can look behind me and you can see absolutely, without any doubt, Alice is the best. Then it's just, I'm not just being pompous because I want to be.
There's a reason
It's a reason, and I'm saying the truth. I'm saying the fact. That I am indeed very proud of being a Nigerian. As rightly mentioned, the economy is much more getting better. Even the World Bank is congratulating how Nigeria has been able to handle the economy, more so the financial market, the banking consolidation. You can talk about this, and you can see indeed Nigeria as a country is one that other African countries are trying to emulate. Even the crime now that we're talking about, the way that the EFCC in Nigeria has been dealing with the crime investigation.
Economic and financial crimes.
Exactly. Yes. All the countries I've seen are actually going to Nigeria to learn how have they been coping.
Although the head of the Economic and Financial Crimes Unit was sacked, was he not? And he's now living in this country.
Well, yes.
Ribadu, is it?
That's true. He was removed, and then another.
Maybe he was doing his job too well.
Well, you can say that as well, but then the fact of the matter as well is a new regime, is a new government, and who have their own plan and they have their own agenda and they want to execute it in the best way they can.
Alice, you're sitting there quite stony-faced. Why is that? I mean, you don't like all this talk of pride and maybe arrogance, and we've established that Nigerians have a lot to be proud of.
Nigerians are proud people. There's no doubt about that. If you ask a non-Nigerian wife, he would tell you that I had a difficult time because my husband treated me as if, excuse me, don't you see that I'm better than you? But when it comes to the issue of Nigeria as we stand, it's one thing to have a potential to be great, and it's another to actually be great. Because people say that if I'm a Nigerian, as I stand here, as I sit down here, and I know that Nigeria has not pulled her weight, well, for once I was proud of the Nollywood.
Yes.
That's
the Nigerian film industry.
That's a Nigerian film industry. I was in Uganda, and people were saying, "Oh, are you a Nigerian?" And I stopped and I thought, hang on, should I say yes or should I say no? Because people have different experience of Nigerians. And then they say, you know, I'm watching the film. And I said, oh, yes, I'm a Nigerian. But the truth is, we Nigerians need to wake up and realize that it's one thing to be naturally great and it's another to be great. Yes, we have Nigerians who are outside who are doing great things and building other people's countries, but are we really out there in Nigeria making Nigeria great? We're not.
Well, the big question is, why such a great country,
yes,
powerful nation, heart of Africa, you know, good people, great country,
nation,
actually needs to be rebranded? Because if that were really true, then
it.
you wouldn't need to be rebranded.
That's
Everybody would believe it, and you yourselves would believe it. But let's get on to the campaign in just a moment. We want to hear from you in more detail, Alistair, as a member of the committee, exactly what you're going to do. How are you going to achieve this rebrand? But those behind the campaign, like Alistair, perhaps say they're inspired by the rebranding of India and Malaysia, both of which have been transformed, reputationally at least, from basket cases, as some describe them, to powerful tigers. So can it be done with Nigeria? Well, let's have a look in some more detail at those positives. One of the world's largest oil exporters, West Africa's most powerful military and economic power, and a huge English-speaking population, very industrious, willing to work. And in the words of the Lonely Planet Tourist Guide, Nigeria is a country we're coming to love. You shouldn't believe all the scare stories. Lagos is one of the most exuberant cities in Africa, while the port city Calabar makes for an enjoyable stopover for travellers on their way to Cameroon. The guide also says positive things about Nigeria's customs, conservation and national parks. It concludes that Nigeria is a place of extremes. The vast majority of the country is as warm and welcoming to visitors as anywhere else in Africa. There's nowhere else quite like it on the continent. Alistair Shoyede, that must be music to your ears.
Well, I can't sing it better.
Look at how he's smiling so broadly and so happy. But what about the rebranding campaign? Is there going to be more of that kind of stuff from the Lonely Planet Guide or something else? What else are you doing?
You see, actually, the rebranding, from my understanding, is reorienting the people. Yeah, let the people begin to appreciate what we have indoor is even more and better than what we are chasing outside the country. Now, the truth of the matter is, yes, we have problems, and that is the reason why we're dealing with it. Now, the rebranding as well is a window to open the country to the international community. Just rightly as you mentioned on the article, what you read, that is said not by a Nigerian, but by another organization, totally independent. Now, John Simpson, who happened to work for the BBC as well, talk about going to Nigeria, that Lagos is one of his most favorite places that he loved to visit.
Yes.
Now, it shows that for a natural tourist or somebody who wants to visit a country, if really Nigeria offers you all this beautiful thing that you're reading, you want to go and see.